opening scene of that movie, they land a helicopter right by a giant waterfall. We are going to go see that waterfall right now. It's called Manavaiapuna. So up front, is it Elizabeth and Stuart, is that right? Where are y'all coming from?
Ohio.
Ohio, okay. And behind me, Barbara, Jerry?
Nebraska.
Nebraska, alright. Midwest, nice. And Van and Susan, where do you guys come from?
We're from Arkansas.
Okay. Alright, a little bit of everything today.
Is the fire district at town, I don't see any water towers around, so how do they get water to the water hydrant, fire hydrant?
Yeah, so there's water sources all over town, like reservoirs and stuff like that, and then it's just pressurized to like the city pumps and things like that. As far as water towers, you're not going to find them. Most of it is just elevated reservoirs. Like we just flew over a reservoir that sits 1,000 feet above the town and services. Yeah, so elevation, just natural elevation is how they do most of it.
Where'd you come from, Trevor?
Where did what?
Where was your home?
Well, I was born in Seattle, but grew up in Boise, Idaho. Now this is called the Heli Falls right here, or the Five Sisters is a nickname for them. 5 small waterfalls, they all feed Manavaiapuna right there. As you look out here, this is gorgeous, right? Perfect for a picnic or hiking, but you don't see anybody. There's a reason for that.
Protected?
Nope. It's the same reason that you don't see any hikers in your backyard. This is actually somebody's backyard. This is all private property. Now the Robinsons are the family that owns all this. They purchased this land in 1863 and they're the single largest landowners on the island. They got 51,000 acres.
What's the rainfall in this area?
Well, the worst on that, I don't know specifically this spot right here, but the island itself has one of the wettest spots on Earth, average rainfall 480 inches. So to put that in perspective, Seattle, everybody thinks it's so rainy and miserable, they're about 30 to 40 inches.
How was this formed?
Everything you see on this island is erosion. So just one giant volcano, well it's actually two volcanoes on the island, but the big one. And then ever since then, 5.5 million years of erosion.
That's a lot of rain.
Yeah, it is. In fact, it competes with a mountain in India for the rainiest spot on Earth. So that 480 inches band, that's average. On a rainy year, 700 inches up there. That's crazy. So Barbara, if you look down this canyon right here to where it meets the Pacific, that's where Captain James Cook made landfall, 1778, when he claims he discovered this place, named it the Sandwich Isles. I can turn the temperature up. I got the temperature of the fan down a little bit. We'll warm it up. Now this is Waimea Canyon right here. This is what they call the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. 10 miles long, a mile wide. You can drive out here, there's an observation deck, and from that observation deck you're 3,600 feet above the valley floor. Now through these canyons where it tends to get a little bit bumpier, so you might get some burbles here. Now if you got a sharp set of eyes, there are wild billy goats all over this canyon. In fact, they're one of the biggest culprits for the erosion out here because they eat all the grass, so there's nothing to hold the soil in place when it rains.
This is really cool.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous? I love it. Now this is all state lands up here. You can come up here and hike all over this place. It's all yours. And all the different lines you see here on these walls, all the different strata, each one of those is a separate lava flow. There might be 1,000 or even 10,000 years in between each one of those lines. Kind of shows you the timeline involved in this island.
When is the rainy season?
Right now, you're in it. Till about May.